everyone, it's Lori Folk out here today, Food Truck Thursday 2022, coming to a finale. And as we did last year, we brought in our featured nonprofit today, United Way, and revisiting with some of our other directors that work under United Way. So we're gonna let Carrie Pedraza, Director of United Way, take over at this point, and thanks for coming.
Gosh, thanks Lori and Al. This is always a great day to be here, and delicious food. Rudy's was the food truck today, and it was wonderful. United Way it's a busy time of year for United Way. We have started our kickoff for our annual campaign, and in case people aren't aware, we usually, hopefully, will raise about $1 million that goes directly back into Clark County, Clark, Champaign, and Madison. And as you mentioned, all of these people around the table are funded agencies of United Ways, but they're all their own separate entities that do amazing work. They just get some dollars from us. And so we also have some really fun things coming up. We have our Bags and Brews on November the 17th, and that is kind of our precursor to our Power of the Purse, or stay tuned for that because there's going to be something great coming about that. But that's in February, on February 3rd. And so there's just a lot going on. United Way funds over 30 agencies in Clark County alone, and then we fund other agencies in Madison and Champaign, but we focus on health, education, and income. We were just having a big conversation before we went on live Facebook that 211 is an important asset in our community, where if you have a neighbor that you know needs assistance or don't know where to turn to help your friends, you can always call up 211 and they'll tell you where the latest services are for anything, just about anything in the community you can ask for. They will be able to tell you where to go to get services. So I think that might, one more plug for Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So if you have a child or grandchild, niece, nephew, friend who has a kiddo between 0 and 5, please get on our website and sign them up for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. They receive a book at their home every month, age-appropriate book, and it's just a phenomenal program. There is absolutely no cost because we have amazing committee, with Lori being one of those and Jackie being another person on that committee that helps us raise money every year for this program. So we appreciate it.
Yes, thanks. And you brought Lori Hale with you today. Do you have
Yes.
anything to add with your
Well,
duties? Or
just one thing. Going on the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in August, we celebrated giving away over 250,000 books since the inception of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in our 3-county area. So that was
a big one too.
yeah,
That
that
was
was
a big number.
yeah, that's a lot of kids getting books. So
And you got to see Dolly.
we
with,
got to see Dolly in
with
Columbus.
the First Lady,
Yes.
and DeWine.
Yes, that was awesome. She's exactly how you think she is, and couldn't have been sweeter, nicer.
She sang.
Very
She
gracious.
performed for us.
Yes, it was a fun morning being in Columbus. So yeah, that was good.
Great.
Good.
Well, most of the community doesn't realize that you kind of work in partnership with some of these power hitters we have at the table. So next up would be Greg Womack from NHP. Tell us your role with what you do in United Way.
Absolutely. My title is Executive Director, and we certainly work with United Way, and they've been great partners of ours. We appreciate all the work that they do, and often refer people to the 211 service, which is helpful for us. And I know that people who are referred to 211 often find us through that service, so we're grateful for that. Neighborhood Housing Partnership opened its doors in 2002, so we've been around for 20 years, and we're kind of excited to celebrate that. We would plan the celebration and something else would happen and we'd move it and move it. Finally, we have it scheduled for the 25th, which is next Tuesday. We're doing an awful lot. One of the most exciting things that recently happened was we were able to open up a second office on South Center Street. It's in an annex building owned by the Church of Jesus Family Worship Center. We've already held homebuyer education classes there. Jackie actually taught part of that class this month, right? Last week, I think it was. And also, just to kind of help celebrate that new location, which is a little easier for some people to get to, we're going to hold our 20th anniversary celebration as an open house at that new, what I'm calling the satellite office at 629 South Center Street. A lot going on. Most of you are familiar with Community Gardens, 50 two-bedroom senior apartments out on the old community hospital site. We are now under construction for an additional 60. So about a year from now, we'll have 110 senior apartments out there, and we're really excited about that. So a lot going on. Homebuyer education is growing. We're doing a lot of financial literacy coaching and credit coaching, and excited about that. Not to mention my all-time favorite is by the time we get to December 31st, we will have completed 25 major emergency home repairs in Springfield for low to moderate income people with grant funding. So we're real excited.
That's great. Great news. So if everybody needs to refer to you for help, how do they get that? Do they go on your website or?
The easiest way is springfieldnhp.org, but they can certainly give us a call at 937-322-4623. Hopefully 211 would refer them to us as well. We're always anxious to help people build up their credit score, help organize their finances to make it a little easier for them to be home buyers, which home ownership is really our primary focus.
And we appreciate you for that, for sure. Definitely. Okay, Tyra Jackson.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Well, one, I just want to say I appreciate everything the United Way does for us. They're able to get into places, the different businesses, and talk about all of our wonderful programs and the things that we do that we don't have the time to necessarily do. So the partnership is incredibly important for us to have, and it's important for us all to work together to make sure that we're serving the community and reaching the neighbors that need assistance each and every single day. So thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Lori, for everything that you do. This has been, the last couple of years has been incredibly hard on everyone. And even around the table, we have faced a lot of different changes. And to think about our neighbors who are not as fortunate as us and have some of the resources that we do, and they're trying to manage and make things work. With inflation, we would have thought that by now, the pandemic is getting a little bit better. We keep wanting to say that it's over and then the rates spike back up. But with inflation, we're seeing things hit people in a whole nother different way. When we go to the grocery store, we see the cost of milk, the cost of eggs. You used to be able to get eggs and it was less than $1 a dozen. It's now over $2. We've had people that have stated that, that's something I leave because it's so expensive. So we're seeing more people reaching out for assistance because they have to choose between rent. They have to choose if they're going to pay their utilities, and they're choosing between medication and food. And at no given time should someone have to choose about a basic need. And so all of these different resources and organizations around the table are providing that type of assistance. And Second Harvest Food Bank, we're set to see about another 50,000 people unduplicated this year. In Clark County alone, we're probably looking around 35,000. We are over 6 to 7 million pounds, 6 to 7 million meals that we're distributing. We work with St. Vincent as well to help distribute those types of meals. The holidays are coming up. We often say that, hunger and these resources are needed throughout the whole entire year, but we absolutely see a spike during this time of the year. And fortunately, we see donors wanting to give more during this time, which is helpful. Because right now, our organizations are struggling to make sure that we have the resources that are needed to meet the needs of the neighbors that are coming to us each and every day. So, as I said, our numbers are spiking right now. We're seeing more people. The need is greater, where people may have used our resources to supplement in the past. They're really looking for those resources to provide. They're looking for full meals. They're looking to fill their pantries because they have no other resources. When we're struggling because of the cost of everything, and loads of truckloads are being canceled, and so we're not able to provide as much. So we're purchasing things more out of our budget. So right now we're needing donors' assistance and support more than ever. We'll have our last fundraiser of the year, our dessert auction. It is November the 22nd. We are looking for donors to donate wonderful desserts, and we have a great time at the brewery. And people, we have a live auction for that, so we're looking forward to that as well. Carrie always gives us, yep, so it always goes around. So any of you guys?
Yes, we will. Yes, we'll do Jimmy.
That'll be wonderful. But yeah, so we're also, this is a busy time for volunteers. I'm sure you guys need volunteers as well. Casey will talk about our collaboration with doing the distribution for the holidays, and we will need volunteers, and we're starting to pack those boxes now. We're actually packing 4,000 holiday boxes for Thanksgiving, and we'll be packing 4,000 for Christmas holidays as well. So if you want to come as an individual, or if you want to come as a group, just give us a call and we can put you to work.
Thank you, Tyra. Appreciate all your work that you do.
Great.
Last but not least, Casey Rawlings from St. Vincent de Paul.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, everybody. And I want to thank all of you, the United Way, first and foremost, Rudy's out there, neighborhood stabilization. We have housing that we got basically through all of you, and obviously real estate too, and Al and Lori. And Second Harvest, we're always in great partnership with you. So we're grateful for everyone here as well today through St. Vincent de Paul. Tyra talked a little bit, or a lot, I should say, about the food insufficiency in Clark County and in other counties. And St. Vincent de Paul is experiencing that as well. We are collaborating again this year for Christmas baskets. I believe we ordered, I don't remember if it was 1,000 or 1,200 food for that many baskets for a December 16th distribution date. It will be at Second Harvest Food Bank from 9 to 1, I believe, on December 16th. Sign-ups begin very soon. You'll be seeing that on St. Vincent's website, on the Second Harvest website.
211 blog.
And on the 211 blog, thank you, Carrie. And various other places, maybe through Salvation Army as well. So we hope people will sign up for that. St. Vincent de Paul is also having an open house this Sunday at our new additional facility. It is an emergency assistance facility that is basically expanding our outreach. It's on 2415 East High Street. And again, thanks to the folks for helping us get that building and to be able to expand our services there on High Street. It's all one floor. It's just far better access for us to do the kinds of walk-in services we do for people in great need. And we still have the thrift store right next there at 2425. So this is on the corner of Raffensperger and High Street. And there is an opening Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m. So everyone's invited. And I think that's all for me.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Great. Well, we appreciate everything that you guys all do for the community, your pillars, and we appreciate you very much so. So this is our finale. Al, can you believe that? But I want to thank Heather back here, who's in the corner. She was a very strong spearheader in the Food Truck Thursday since inception 3 years ago. So I want to thank her personally and publicly for setting everything up and reaching out to all of you to do this. And let's hope that we can end 22 with a bang and go into 23 being more profitable for everybody. So, and Jackie Folk, thank you for hopping in.
Thanks.
Okay, we're still here till 2 o'clock, 1140 East Home Road. Stop by and get some Rudy's for lunch or save it for dinner. But we appreciate you, Springfield. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're taking donations for United
United
Way.
Way.